Ladies and gentlemen, KJ here, and I am back with another episode of NBA 2K13. Well, it was a nail-biter victory that we had last game against the Atlanta Hawks. We did not play very good pretty much throughout this whole thing. We are lucky that we pulled out the victory, as we were down big. We somehow pulled back within it and got the victory. I mean, we really didn't lead during the entire game. In the third quarter, I think we had like a 1-point lead here or there, but really the Hawks controlled it from the get-go. But somehow we hung on to the end, got the score to 51-50, Hawks up by 1. Derrick Rose took a last-second shot, and the Windy City Assassin makes it 52-51. They have 0.3 seconds to try and make a shot. They inbound it, don't get it out of their player's hand in time. Although the shot falls and it's a 3-ball, it is not before the clock expires, and the Bulls pull out the unexpected victory, 52-51. Unbelievable. I'm still completely at awe, even a couple days later after we won that one. But tonight's game is different. We are facing off against the New York Knicks at home. They have the star Anthony Davis on the team, as well as Al Jefferson. So it's going to be a battle for the big men of ours down low. Gibson will probably be on Davis and Splitter on Jefferson. So it's going to be tough for us to really get anything going. Rose might not be able to drive the lane, especially with those big guys. Davis likes to block, and Jefferson's just a big bully down there. Before we get the game started, though, I would like to announce the All-Star starters. They were announced while I was simulating up to this game off camera. And Derrick Rose is a starter on the All-Star team. Really was hoping he was going to be. He was going to probably be on it anyway, but glad that he's a starter. I don't think he was last year, if I remember right. So it's good to see this. It's his 5th appearance. Kyrie Irving is the other guard for the East. It's his first appearance in the game, which is very surprising, but the rest of the roster, Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, and Dwight Howard, those are pretty standard, pretty safe picks for a starter. On the other side, the West has Russell Westbrook and James Harden. Those are pretty good, as is Kevin Durant. The weird ones in this one are Rudy Gay. Didn't expect him to be. It's his second appearance. I think last year he got in too. I don't know if he was a starter, but it's surprising that he's a starter, especially over some of the other guys. And Andrew Bynum, his second appearance, and a starter no less. I'm surprised some of the guys from the Rockets or Marc Gasol or someone didn't get in, but Andrew Bynum is an all-star starter for the West. So those are the lineups. Gotta think that the East has a little bit more of a loaded starting 5 than the West right now, but that is just my opinion. And the reserves have not been announced. I believe they will be announced. I don't know if it'll be sometime this week or something, or if it's like right at All-Star break. We got a killer schedule there. We got back-to-back right before break. We don't play then for a long time afterwards, but we would have liked one of those games to be moved maybe around the first week there in March instead. But oh well, can't really do anything about that. But what we can do is get this game started. Bulls versus the Knicks. We are at home. Always seems like a long time since we've been at home last, so glad to be back at the United Center. And it's going to be a tough matchup. There is Derrick Rose. There is Anthony Davis. He could cause us a lot of problems in this game. He's a very, very talented young man. Going to be a superstar in this league for many years to come. Although his numbers right there weren't that spectacular, which is very surprising. I would think that he would have a larger amount of points per game than just 7, and especially rebounds too, but I don't know. At least in real life he does, but obviously not in the game here. So he's talking to Taj Gibson before the game. They will be up against each other in this one. It's the 12-4 Bulls face off against the 10-6 Knicks. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. Jose Calderon, Brandon Knight, Wesley Matthews, Anthony Davis, and Al Jefferson for the Knicks. Standard lineup for the Bulls with Rose, Mayo, Prince, Gibson, and Splitter. I don't know, this game could go either way. Could be a win, could be a loss. I don't know, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, that's all I know. I don't take any game lightly, and recently we've had some problems on the offensive side of things. We need Mayo and Prince to kind of have good games. We also need the bench to kind of start contributing a little bit more. They've been off too. So let's see if we can get that going here as the Bulls win the tip, and we'll start with the opening possession. Splitter with it, finding nowhere to go. No one's finding anywhere to go. Rose stopped at the free throw line and won't get a friendly roll there as it kind of pops up and moves around a little bit, but not going anywhere. Instead, New York comes down and gets the bucket off of Brandon Knight. First points of the game goes to New York. Tayshaun Prince with it now. OJ Mayo, open look, and it falls. It was a very scary one. Looked like it wasn't at first, which would have been very bad. He has not been having a very good past couple games. Taj Gibson gets called for the reach in there. Hey, Patrick Elway. It's pretty cool. But yeah, Mayo and Prince, our starters, two of our starters, I should say, have not been having an especially great past couple games. So I'm hoping that they could have a little bit better games here tonight. Try and produce a little bit more for us. Get some better shots. Free throw line jumper from Prince, and it will go. So both the guys that I've been having some issues with over the past couple games get back-to-back buckets and give us a 4-2 lead in this one. Davis looking for somewhere to go. Taj on him. Splitter comes over. Blocked. I don't know if it was Taj or if it was Splitter that blocked him, but Splitter comes away with it, and the Bulls come up court. Rose gain a screen. Gets some space. Shoots. Not a good shot there. I'm going to admit that was not the shot that I was looking for. Calderon with it. And he gets the shot he was looking for. So it's 4-4. Splitter gets it. Out to Prince for three. Cans it. Tayshaun Prince hasn't been having a good past couple games. Maybe this is the turnaround that he needs. Sure would like it to be. Calderon with it. Driving in. Rose lost him. That was all me. That was all me on defense there. It's both teams 3 for 5 from the field goal percentage, but Bulls, of course, got a big 3 by Prince to help with that. Prince thinking about it there. Gives it back to Rose. Back to Prince. To Mayo for 3. And he cans it too. So Tayshaun Prince and OJ Mayo combining for 5 points apiece. They have all of the Bulls' first 10 points of the game. I like to see that. We've been having some issues with them recently. Rose and Gibson have been having great games. So it's good to see now the other two finally getting back on track. Mayo shooting again. Feeling it. OJ Mayo's feeling it right now. Another 3 ball. Gives him 8 points on the night. Matthews driving. Davis with it to Brandon Knight. Looking for somewhere to go to Jefferson. misses the shot. Splitter, good defense, and he will get the rebound. Bulls bring it up 13-6 right now. They're double teaming. Rose gets the basket from him. Splitter. Prince now with the open look, and he will drain it. It is the Tayshaun Prince and OJ Mayo show right now. I wanted to get him involved, and boy, what a way to get him involved. 15 points on the board for the Bulls, all of them from OJ Mayo and Tayshaun Prince. 8 for Mayo, 7 for Prince. Mayo also has 1 assist, Prince has 2 on each other's baskets. Gibson has a rebound, and Splitter has 4 rebounds. The Bulls right now operating pretty well on offense. OJ Mayo and Tayshaun Prince playing a little back and forth action between the two of them, getting the jumpers to fall, the 3 balls to fall, and I'm liking it. They haven't had good games the past 3-4 games here, so to see them finally start to find themselves, finally start to produce again for us, that really helps us out. So saw some of the bench was coming in. This is the second part of the task here tonight. Get the bench to be more productive. They haven't had good couple games, and so I would love to see the bench finally start to produce a little bit more for us. West with the ball, looking for somewhere to go, gets the bucket off the jumper from the free throw line. Heinrich now will bring it up court. They are doing a little bit of full court press here. Heinrich has nowhere to go right now as he gives it out to Marco Bellinelli. To Birdman, jumper, offline. Didn't expect him to hit that, but time was running down. We needed a shot to go up, and I'd rather hurt his shooting percentage than anyone else's. Good defense there, and Heinrich pulls down the rebound. We could go 2 for 1 here if we're fast. Heinrich spins in, goes up, gets blocked. So it will stay Bulls ball. 14 seconds on the shot clock with 27.4 on the game clock. Starters coming back in, it looks like, here for this last play before the end of the quarter. So OJ Mayo gets it. They double team him instantly. Kicks it out to Rose. To Plumlee. Gets knocked away. And it's a 3-on-1 assault right now. In Barnes to Jones to Calderon. Misses though. And we're just going to let it run out. Not enough time. I probably really could have pushed it if I wanted, but don't want to really risk anything right now. Bulls on top 15-8. As this is the first good start that we've had in a long time. Usually we have been down again the past 3 to 4, 5 games. The offense has not been clicking. We've usually been down for most of the game and only come away with it by the skin of our teeth in the fourth quarter. So it's good to see us gain on top early. It's good to see Tayshaun Prince and OJ Mayo getting the shots to fall, gain some points early, commanding some double teams that might help out some other guys later on in the game. A little concerning Rose has no points yet, but it is what it is. We just gotta keep up the intensity. Can't let up. We were playing good. We gotta continue to play good. Can't go down and play at their level. Jefferson with it. Has Plumlee on him, I believe. Gets knocked away by Tayshaun Prince. John Lucas comes away with it then. And a great job by Tayshaun Prince knocking that ball away. O.J. Mayo shooting wide open, and he cans another one. 10 points for O.J. Mayo so far in this game. Again, he's not had a good couple games, and this is his resurgence. He's due for a contract at the end of the year. He wants a max deal. He could get it as he started to play good again. John Lucas with the ball now. Got a big man on him. There's just got to be a mismatch somewhere. Gives it to Tayshaun Prince. Oh, right to Matthews. Gibson wasn't expecting it. I wanted to give it to Gibson. I thought he could do something, but I don't think he was expecting that pass. Good defense by the Bulls as Prince kind of flailed around there, but Gibson stood his ground. Nothing going right now. O.J. Mayo has to launch it up, misses as Plumlee pulls down the rebound. John Lucas now shoots the jumper from just outside free throw line, and he will sink it. Bulls executing pretty well right now. Bulls executing very well right now, I should say, as we are up by 11, 19-8. As we take a look, John Lucas 2 points, O.J. Mayo 10, 7 for Prince. As John Lucas is the first one that has scored that isn't named Mayo or Prince. First guy to score without those two names. So, congratulations, Lucas. You're in an elite club right now. You also have a rebound. Gibson has 2 rebounds, and Plumlee with a rebound and an assist. Last 10 games, Taj Gibson has been #1 with rebounds per games and 15th in blocks. He's been having a good year. He was 2 points shy from a double-double last game, and the game before that, 12 points, 10 rebounds. That one was a double-double, so I'm liking what I'm seeing from him. He has been having an outstanding past couple games. Not a great game so far this time, but turnover again by the Knicks as they throw it just right back out of bounds. And the Bulls will get to turn around and bring it back up court again. Heinrich brings it up. We're right now just dissecting them. Oh, bad pass by Anderson though. So we got back on defense there. Good foul though. Lost him for a second, but Anderson came back to foul him, so I'm happy with that foul. Didn't allow him to get the shot. Brandon Knight goes to the line to shoot 2. (19-8). The Knicks could crack the double-digit mark here with 3:55 left in the opening half. Makes the first one. Tayshaun Prince comes back in. He really didn't get that much of a rest. Would have liked it if he would have gotten a little bit more of one. Oh, Rose just went right by his man there. Rose spins, shoots offline as Splitter gets the rebound. Tayshaun Prince for 3. Wide open, and he nets it. 10 points now for Tayshaun Prince as well. Him and O.J. Mayo combined for 20 of the Bulls' 22 points. Was not even planning on this, man. I wasn't planning on this. I wanted them to get more involved. I wanted to take a couple more shots with them. This is just the icing on the cake right now. This is just utter dominance by the Bulls. We are up 22-10 here in the first half. The rookie Akiel finds an open lane, drives, won't get it go though. He hasn't been having a good couple months, I should say. He had a great 10-point game one game, but after that, he kind of fell by the wayside. Loose ball foul on Haslam. So the Bulls will retain possession. Yeah, Akil had a great 10-point game one time. I thought it was like his breakout game. I thought he was going to keep it up. But ever since then, really, I think he registered 2 in a couple, but then just fell away. Didn't really record anything else after that, so. Rose shooting a 3, knocks it down. The 3 ball has been with us so far today, as that's Rose's first points of the game. He's 1 for 5. Hasn't needed to be big though, as it's been the Mayo and Prince show. There's a steal by Tayshaun Prince. Talk about having a big game. Gets a steal on top of it, man. Gives it back to Rose. To Prince. Oh, sorry, to Mayo. Kicks it out to Rose, who has to force it up. Wasn't liking that. Now it's a 3-on-1 try here as Prince hauls in a miss. That was a wide open shot. Rose was backed up. Was in no position to help defend on that one, and he still missed. Rose now shooting long 2, won't go. It's Derrick Rose, 1 for 7 right now. It's a very, very off night for our all-star. As finally the scoring drought has ended. New York gains a bucket. Bulls still up by 13, but Tibbs doesn't like it. Takes a timeout. See if we can get our heads back in the game. Let's take a look at the stats. Nothing going for anyone but Mayo and Prince right now. Even Rose, again, 1 for 7. That's horrible shooting. Horrible, horrible shooting. And the shots haven't been that bad, I don't think. I mean, a couple have been contested, but the other ones just didn't go down. See if we can get Gibson involved a little bit. I like when I get him involved. We did that with the last couple games. He had close to double-double numbers on the last couple games, so if we can get him going here, that would be beneficial to us, I think. Would really, really help us out. See if we can get him down low or something. John Lucas has come back in probably for Rose, looks like. Yep. Oh, there we go. I wanted Gibson, and I got Gibson. John Lucas drew the big man to him. Gibson drove to the hoop, and Lucas found him for a big, big dunk. Taj Gibson making it count as Al Jefferson hits the bucket for the Knicks. Bulls can still go 2 for 1 here. Lost the ball, Bellinelli, but the Knicks knocked it out of his hand, so it will remain Bulls ball. Heinrich now with it, gives it to Splitter, back to Heinrich for 3, won't go. Clunk on the rim. Give it to Jefferson, into Calderon to Matthews, misses, but Birdman hauls down the rebound, and the Bulls will get the last shot of the half. As it has been the Bulls half. Ryan Anderson shooting the jumper, comes up short, hits the rim, and it's lucky it's the rim. But halftime is here, and the Bulls are in complete control right now, although the offense has kind of gotten a little stale right now like it has in the past couple games, but The Knicks offense is not heating up anytime soon, so I am okay with that. Bulls on top, 27-14. So we'll take a look at some of the highlights of this one. It has been O.J. Mayo and Tayshaun Prince leading us through it here. They have had a horrible past couple games. Although Prince had 14 points last game, didn't really look like himself. You know, they were kind of forced. They were kind of awkward shots. So it's good to see him finally getting into rhythm, and both of them actually getting into rhythm. Really helps us out when they are producing, and in this game especially, they're the only ones producing. So gotta get other guys involved in the second half. That's one of my keys to the second half, I guess I should say. Otherwise, the defensive side of things are working out pretty well there, so can't complain. Held them to only 14 points in the first half. What is there to complain about on defense? Let's get this second half started between the Bulls and the Knicks. Let's not let up. Let's put the hammer down to these guys and end this thing right here, right now. Shot. Kind of like a last-ditched effort there at the buzzer. They miss it, and Tayshaun Prince with the rebound. Rose comes up with it. O.J. Mayo from the free throw line won't go, but Splitter gets the rebound, goes back up, and gets the layup. Tygo Splitter, that's his first points of the game. As he's working the offensive boards to get those points, and that is an out-of-bounds pass. That is, I think, the second or third time the Knicks have done a pass like that today. And they are just out of sorts when they're passing to each other, whether it be for an alley-oop or just a standard pass. They're not communicating well. And that's a downfall when you're down big. You need to be able to communicate well to each other. Gotta know what each and every person on the floor is doing. And if you don't, you're in trouble. Mayo. Offensive 3-second call. And I think that one's on Gibson. They're showing him behind the overlay here, so Gibson gets called for it. Knicks get the ball. Can't have sloppy turnovers. Doesn't matter how good or bad the Knicks are playing right now. You can't turn the ball over sloppily right now. Is sloppily even a word? If it isn't, I just made it up, so it is a word now. Knicks get their first points of the second half with that layup by Anthony Davis. Prince with the ball now. A little bit of a fake there. Back to Rose, shooting offline. The shooting of Derrick Rose tonight continues to get worse and worse as the Knicks make a second one here. Can't let them back into this thing. We're up by 11 now. Don't let them back in. Oh, wow. Knocked it away. Rose lucky he got back here. And I have no clue what I'm doing here. No clue of what I'm doing. Rose hangs, shoots, gets it. All right. Big players make big shots. Rose canned the last-second winner for us last time, and with time running off the shot clock there, he turns, hangs, and it's like, I'll just take this one, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry indeed, as he made it. Rose now with 5 points. Gibson, Splitter 2, 10 still for Mayo and Prince. Things are starting to look a little bit more balanced here with this. Not necessarily with the scoring, but we're trying. We're trying to get everyone involved, you know? We're trying our best. Calderon brings it up. Rose will be on him. Matthews with it now. Shoots, misses, but they get the offensive rebound and the putback. Knicks still hanging in this one, especially here in the second half. We've let them get a couple decent shots. Kirk hangs, shoots. Ooh, I love that move. I try and do that move every game, man. That spin and then shoot right off of it. Kirk does it so well, and I just love seeing him do it. It's just so smooth and goes in almost every time. A 3-ball by the Knicks brings it to within 10, and now they're going to start pressing us again, as it's gone back to within a reasonable amount for them. Gibson now with Davis on him, turns, hook shot, falls. Taj Gibson, 4 points on the night. Again, I wanted to get him involved a little bit more in the second half, and seeing those kind of shots is exactly what I want. Another out-of-bounds toss by Jose Calderon, and I think they keep going for like alley-oops, but this is now the third one that they have failed with, and failed pretty horribly. They really got to stop doing that, but you know, if they want to continue, I'm not going to complain either, because we're getting the ball off of it. So Tibbs is putting in the bench after the timeout here, as the one guy that's got points off the bench is Heinrich. It's a good chance for these guys to kind of get some points here, get some momentum, keep building, and keep this lead alive. We don't want to rely just on the starters. We want the bench to produce for us, and this is a great opportunity for them to do that right now. So coming out of the timeout, Bulls up by 12, 35-23. The last 10 games, Bulls are number 2 behind the Nets in points per game. Akiel, the rookie, gets blocked by Aminu. And that probably was not the shot that I want. I want the bench to get some time here, but I don't want them to give up the lead here. But I also don't want them to take bad shots like that, and that's a pretty bad one. Ryan Anderson with it. Anthony Davis on him. Gives it to Bellinelli. Oh. I was wondering why a guy was so open out there. And that's why it was Akiel. Heinrich can't get a 3 to fall. And the Knicks are running. They get a cross-court pass to fall. Akiel pulls down the rebound. So it's still a 10-point game. Heinrich looking for somewhere to go. Oh, turned right into the defender that time. Birdman with it. Heinrich has to shoot it up at the last second, and Captain Kirk hitting the big shot. That's what he does. That is why he is Captain Kirk. Because he is not afraid to make the big shots when they are needed the most. Calderon gets free. Ryan Anderson comes over to defend a little bit, and he is able to bother the shot enough. Anthony Davis's second shot doesn't go, and Heinrich will bring it up. About 2 seconds separating shot clock from game clock, so we're going to just spread things out, waste some clock, see what we can do here. Heinrich with it now, looking to move. Gives it to Ryan Anderson, who gets it stripped away from him. Brandon Knight shoots it up at the buzzer, hits the iron, but doesn't go down. And so we come to the end of the third quarter. Bulls on top, 37-25, 12-point game. And I'm liking it. I am liking it a lot right now. can't really complain too much. Defense is doing their job. They're limiting them to poor shots, gain the rebounds when they need to. The offense has been kind of hit and miss. Again, the bench isn't producing the way that I would like to see the bench produce. We'll see if we can change that here in the fourth. I don't know if they'll be starting or not. I would assume they would because we don't really need the starters in there. Unless the bench gets overly tired, but we will see. No, the starters are in. Okay. I don't know why the starters are in, but they are. Don't really need them in. Gibson with the hook, right-handed again, and gets another 2 points on his stat sheet, 6 of the night. Oh, easy layup there, wide open. Gotta appreciate a thing of beauty like that when you see it. Rose will bring it up court now. Had 2 guys on him temporarily. He really doesn't need 2 guys tonight. Prince then takes it. And a foul is called on Aminu. So the Bulls will get the ball back as Gibson ended up on the ground. Prince gets it from Rose. Gives it to Splitter. Tries to get it to Gibson, but Davis knocks it away. And then down the court, New York gets the bucket. Back to a 10-point game as Rose loses it. Rose loses the ball and Matthews puts it in. It is now an 8-point game. The Bulls are starting to fall apart. Okay, guys, come on. Let's not throw this away. Rose! Derrick Rose, what are you doing? 8-0 run in the last minute from the Knicks as Derrick Rose cannot hold on to the goddamn ball. Rose, good job, Rose. You got past your man. I'm so proud of you. OJ Mayo is shooting a 3. It's offline. And this is bad. Just when I think we're out of the woods, I think we have something going. I think we have the game in the bag. It turns into a runaway by New York, as it is a 4-point game. We have controlled it from the very beginning, and here in the fourth quarter, the Bulls are deciding that they want the offense and defense to be turned off, allowing the Knicks to get back in it and possibly win it. I do not mean to get so hostile and everything right now, but this is just incredible. I mean, we were up big, and now all of a sudden it's only a 4-point game. We're in trouble of losing this thing all of a sudden. Derrick Rose is not shooting well. Prince and Mayo are, so I might have to just go back to them and see what can happen. Prince gets it, but they are defending them hard right now. Prince gains the ball back after it got knocked away. Time is running out. Rose drives in, puts it up, and he gets fouled. Jefferson gets called for it, first personal, second team. I think this is the first time that the Bulls are going to the free throw line this game. First free throw shots of the game, and Derrick Rose will be taking them. Trying to put us up again by 6 here. Makes the first one. And makes the second one. So it's a 6-point lead by the Bulls. As the Knicks have cut it down here in the fourth, they have found their shot. They have gotten a little bit of a resurgence here. Man, if they would have gotten Jefferson right there, he was wide open. And instead, they give it to Davis, who spins his way in and gets the easy one. A lot of the resurgence is off of silly turnovers by Derrick Rose trying to bring it back up court when he's got full court press on him. And now Tayshaun Prince turning it over. Prince tries to get back. Good defense as he's able to help block Davis's shot, or at least put a hand up and make it a hard shot for him. Rose now. I really want to take a three, but I know I shouldn't. A lot of contact there, but Derrick Rose still sinks it. He's not having a good night. He is 3 for 10, but 9 points. He's really been helping the Bulls right now. Jefferson gets fouled by Splitter. Almost goes for a piggyback ride with him. So he will be forced to try and make the shots from the line. Again, 6-point game. We have let New York back into it. Something that I did not think I would hear myself saying, considering that we had between a 10 and 12-point lead. Jefferson misses the second one. Gibson hauls it in, and Rose will bring it up court. 5-point game. Derrick Rose with the ball. Looking for somewhere to go. They're still guarding him pretty well. Gives it to Splitter. Good defense there by Anthony Davis, but Splitter still has the strength to put it up and in. Gets the bucket and one. See if we can obtain the 3-point play here. Gives a little bit more breathing room. Splitter will nail it. So it's now an 8-point game. Bulls on top, as the Knicks will take a timeout. Let's take the Splitter out. He needs a little bit of a break, so we'll put Birdman in. We'll also take Gibson out and put Anderson in. Give these guys a little bit of rest. I want Prince and Mayo in there. They've still got 10 points on the night. Rose is my de facto free throw shooter if it comes down to that. Give Prince and Anderson a little bit of time to be in that game. Calderon looking for a lane, can't find it. Jefferson gets in. Birdman put up some good defense, but still was not enough. Derrick Rose comes flying up the court right now. Ryan Anderson with it. Good defense by Davis. Rose gets free a little bit there, puts up the shot, but won't go. And now the Knicks back down the floor. Brandon Knight puts it down. 4-point game. Bulls up on top. But it's not over yet. Derrick Rose, wheeling and dealing, finally comes back out. Wants to reset. Ryan Anderson for 3 offline. Offline from 3. Now the Knicks have a chance to gain even a little bit more traction in this one. Try and get closer. Anthony Davis, easy layup, 2-point game. Bulls still on top, but this thing is really degrading fast. I'm not liking this. Rose circles in off the back of the backboard. Off the back of the backboard, and the Knicks are going to tie this thing up. The Knicks have come back in this fourth quarter and completely and utterly obliterated the Bulls. I'm shocked at what has happened here. We had complete control of the game through 3 quarters, and now we are starting to lose control. We still have the 2-point lead after the miss. Time is running out. If Rose can sink a shot here, we have it. If he can't, though, We might have a little bit of a problem on our hands. Derrick Rose hangs, shoots, and he makes it. Windy City Assassin strikes again in this one. Needed a big shot at the end of the game. Who else you gonna call but Derrick Rose? Knicks will take a timeout. Rose now with 11 points. Mayo and Prince still have their 10. We're gonna bring in Heinrich and Bellinelli. We're gonna go a little bit small here, but we're gonna bring in Gibson and Splitter back. Yeah, I like this lineup now. We have our big guys, big defenders, big rebounders, Gibson, Splitter, and then Bellinelli gets some more time on the court. Heinrich, great defender, and Rose, if I need to, can shoot free throws with him. So 4-point game, Bulls on top, 48-44. 10.2 seconds left in this game. We need to finish this thing up here. We need to close it out. Can't allow him to get a good shot. Calderon, oh wow, he somehow got free, and that was a wild get free one. That was just wild, man. Insane. Derrick Rose gets it, and they got to foul him because otherwise I was just going to sit there. Time would run out before a backcourt violation is called. So Derrick Rose gets fouled, goes to the line, up by 2. Makes 1. It's a 3-point game. Makes 2. It's a 2-possession game. See what we can do here. Rose hits the first one with nothing but net. Looking to make it a 2-possession game. Looking to finish this thing up and give us the win, which we should have had from the get-go, but fourth quarter, Knicks decided to come back. Rose gets the second one. It's a 4-point game. You can drive home safe, Chicago. Beep, beep. So we controlled the first, second, and third quarters completely. Built up a double-digit lead. We were always above 10 points, usually around 12, 13, as high as I think 15. But then in the fourth quarter, we kind of let ourselves go. A couple costly turnovers by Rose trying to bring it up court with some full press coverage. And the Knicks battle back, make it interesting in the end. Get as close as 2 points, but the Bulls hang on to gain the victory. Our player of the game, number 21, Tayshaun Prince, had a total of 10 points tonight. Him and O.J. Mayo giving us that huge lead in the first quarter. Really to start the game in the first quarter, I should say. I think we had, 22 points in the first quarter? We'll see in a minute here. Okay, 15 in the first quarter. Of those 15, guess what? Tayshaun Prince and O.J. Mayo. Mayo had 8 and Prince had 7. They were the only scorers for us. So they really propelled us in the entire first half, allowed us to get that big lead and keep that big lead. I'm very troubled about that fourth quarter, 21-13, but in the end, it is not enough for the Knicks. They were down too much, and the Bulls were too resilient. And we pick up the victory. Should have been an easy one, but in the end, the Knicks made it interesting. We made it interesting by letting them back in. Rose ended the night with 13 points on 4 for 13 shooting. Not a good night. Prince, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, a block, and 2 turnovers. Full stat sheet for him. That's why he got the player of the game. O.J. Mayo had 10 points, a rebound, and 2 assists. Taj Gibson had a respectable night, 6 points, 3 rebounds. Not close to his double-double numbers, but decent. Splitter was a little bit closer to the double-double with 5 and 6. Tried to get everyone a little bit more minutes, tried to get everyone a little bit more active. They didn't all respond as well as I hoped. Brandon Knight had 12 points for the Knicks. Jefferson with 9. 8 for Anthony Davis, 6 rebounds, 4 steals. Big night for him, as I knew it would be. Wesley Matthews, 7.6 for Calderon. And then 4 for West after that. No one else scored. Take a look at this team stats now. Bulls and Knicks both shot 48%. Bulls, though, were 50 from beyond the arc as opposed to 25, and 100 as opposed to 75 from the free throws. Bench points, Bulls outshot 6-4. Again, not the game I wanted from the bench. We've kind of gone downhill a little bit with the bench, but it is what it is. Offensive rebounds are split 4 apiece, and 7 defensive rebounds as opposed to 13. That's a big difference there. We had 9 turnovers. That's unacceptable. They had 10 points off those turnovers. A lot of those were by Derrick Rose at the end in the fourth quarter. It allowed him to get back into it. Not very happy about that. Again, biggest lead was 15, dwindled down to 2 by the fourth quarter. But in the end, we pull out the victory again. It's not a pretty one. It should have been, but it isn't. But a win is a win. I'm not going to complain when we get them. Congratulations to the Chicago Bulls. Go ahead and start simulating through real quick here at the end of this episode. See what happens next week. See if any more announcements for All-Star Week is given as we can simulate through. 2 weeks left until the trade deadline. I don't think we need to really make any trades even. Let's see. Oh, okay, the All-Star reserves have been announced. Again, I don't think any of the Bulls are going to be on it, but some Rising Star challenges stuff. Lillard and Robinson. So it looks like some of the stuff has been announced. Contestants. Oh, dunk contestants. Tygo Splitter. Tygo Splitter's in the dunk contest. I did not expect that. Him, Andre Drummond, Kenneth Faried, and Eric Bledsoe. I have no idea what that is. I don't know if I'll do it or not now. I might as well since a Bull is in it, but it'll be interesting. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. 3-point contest. OJ Mayo. OJ Mayo's in the 3-point contest. That's great to see too. Look at that. The Bulls representing an All-Star week. Rose is probably going to be the only All-Star, but it's good to see some of the other guys getting in there. This is the first time this has happened. Last year they didn't. No one else did anything except Rose. He's going up against Nate Robinson. He could be a threat. Danny Granger, Wesley Matthews, Kevin Durant, and James Harden. That's decent. That's pretty cool. That is really cool. So they have announced the full set of All-Stars here. Derrick Rose, Kyrie Irving, Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, Dwight Howard. We all knew that. All right, let's look at the reserves. That's what we want to see here. Ty Lawson, his second appearance. Paul George, his first appearance. Daniil Garnati, we just played him with the Hawks, his first appearance. That is a surprise. Paul Millsap, his first appearance. Chris Bosh, Damian Lillard, and Manu Ginobili round out the East. Ginobili and Lillard, yeah, they're good. Bosh, yeah. Millsap, yeah, he could probably be on it. I'm surprised about Galnali. I'm butchering that name, and I'm sorry about that. Paul George, I could see. As for the West, John Wall, no surprise there. Tyreek Evans. Evan Turner. Oops. Okay. Derek Favors. Al Horford. Tony Parker. And Jordan Crawford. A lot of first-time appearances on this All-Star rosters. Spurs have quite a few people. Looks like 3 from the Spurs. The Magic also have 3. They must be the top teams in the conferences. It looks like the West is going to be a little bit small. Evan Turner and Derek Favors might be forwards, but I think they're kind of on the small side. But it should be fun. Derrick Rose, again, is the only one for the Bulls, but Tygo Splitter and OJ Mayo dunking 3-point contest. I've never had anyone on that before, at least not last year, so it'll be interesting to see them compete. Could take a look at the Rising Star Challenge real quick too. Shouldn't be no one on our teams because we really don't have any rookies or anything, or sophomores. And yeah, not Akils. He's not good enough to be on this thing. I'm surprised the Cavaliers rookie isn't. He's looking for a Rookie of the Year nod here, and he's not on it. So that is weird. Oh no, there he is, Florin Constantine. I thought they just divided it by conference, but obviously not. All right, pretty cool, pretty cool. I think that's all the things that they will announce. 2 weeks. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, you want Tygo Splitter for that dude? No, screw you. Screw you. That is not a good trade. So, I don't think there was anything else going on in All-Star Week. Was there? Duncan 3. Okay. Well, I'm happy that we got 2 bowls in this thing. I don't know if I can play that or not, but I'm happy about that. Look at the Player of the Week. I don't think the Bulls. No. Kind of just killing time for whatever reason right now. See, things have started to even out here. Now there's only 3 Magic and 1 net. As the Timberwolves, James Harden has gone on here. Rose, I don't think will win it this year. He hasn't been as dominant as he was last year. Like if you look at the past couple games, he hasn't been as dominant as he was. It's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Anthony Davis looking for Defensive Player of the Year nod there. That would be pretty amazing if he were to win that. I would totally root for him to win that one. So I think that's where I'm going to call this one. We have a back-to-back set up here as we face off against the Bobcats, LeBron James's Bobcats, and then the Denver Nuggets. Back-to-back before we hit All-Star break. It's going to be a tough one. We always hate the back-to-backs, but we'll see what happens in the next one. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please go ahead and leave a like, as well as any comments you may have down below. Otherwise, I'm KJ, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.